Very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for continuing the hearing after votes. I know you have a busy schedule, but you were kind enough to allow it to continue, so I appreciate that very much. Thank you also to the witnesses for being here today on such an important and timely issue. The competition to continuously create more powerful chips will decide who wins the AI race. The area that I represent, the Phoenix, Arizona area, is quickly becoming a major world player for semiconductor manufacturing. It's termed semiconductor ground zero here in the United States. But we still have a critical gap: advanced packaging. For years, most advanced packaging has been done overseas, while semiconductor companies like Intel and TSMC, which I represent in my community, are growing their advanced packaging capabilities in Arizona. The U.S. is still risking falling further behind on advanced packaging capacity and prototyping. Advanced packaging requires continual research and development to produce the most advanced AI chips. Despite how important advanced packaging is, the United States still relies on offshore facilities for critical prototyping of next-generation semiconductor designs. Mr. Alperovich, how does this advanced packaging research and development gap create vulnerabilities for the United States?
Well, Congressman, because of the physical limitations we're now facing with jamming more transistors onto a chip, the evolution of the technology is such that we're now trying to go 3D in the chip design, and for that to work, packaging is essential. So packaging really is fundamental to the advancements in chip efficiencies and chip power. And luckily, as you mentioned, both Intel and TSMC have some of the leading packaging firms, technologies in the world. We need to make sure it comes here. I was very heartened to hear that as part of the TSMC's investment in Arizona to build out 6 fabs there, they're also going to bring in advanced packaging. They're going to bring in the entire supply chain. That's what we need to make sure that the supply chain comes here to the United States. A lot of it is going to come to your district and to Arizona.
Thank you very much. When we do another CHIPS and Science Act, CHIPS 2.0, workforce development will certainly be the highest priority, but advanced packaging needs to be a part of it. I'm proud to represent Arizona State University, which leads the country in semiconductor R&D, including advanced packaging prototyping. ASU's Macro Technology Works is a semiconductor facility in my district with nearly 50,000 square feet of industrial-grade clean room. Great for the university, its students, faculty. I noted that the United States risks falling behind on advanced technology capacity and phototyping. The Macro Technology Works facility should be expanded to meet U.S. advanced packaging R&D demand. Our state previously received a multi-billion-dollar CHIPS and Science Award to create National Prototyping and Packaging Center. We were selected. It was announced. The community was very excited. The university was very excited. That national center would have allowed domestic semiconductor manufacturers to develop and prototype new advanced packaging technologies in the United States. However, the Department of Commerce rescinded this funding and has not articulated a plan to reallocate this funding or to fill the critical gap to have a national prototyping and packaging center. Mr. Alperovich, what will the effect of a funding rescission such as I've mentioned be on domestic semiconductor industry, and how can the federal government work with industry and research institutions to fill the advanced packaging R&D gap?
Congressman, I think it's really vital for us to invest in R&D and not just stay resting on our laurels here. The reason why the most advanced semiconductor manufacturing equipment in the world, the SML machine, was built in the Netherlands is because we abandoned research in that field. The Dutch continued it, and now they're the only ones with a machine that can do extreme ultraviolet lithography. There is something next after extreme ultraviolet lithography. There's more advanced packaging. To get there first, before China, before frankly anyone else in the world, we have to invest in R&D. We have to invest in our universities. They're at the leading edge here.
Appreciate that. Final question. Even when U.S. firms successfully guard their proprietary code and hardware, the CCP is utilizing model distillation to train their own AI systems using the outputs of our most advanced models. This essentially allows them to leapfrog years of R&D and billions in investment. Last year, the Select Committee showed how DeepSeek was built using model distillation, basically plagiarizing American innovation through systemically extracting and replicating a model's capabilities. This is unacceptable, violates every U.S. model's term of use. Mr. Chan, given that traditional export controls are designed for physical goods and software code, how should we be thinking about policy interventions for distillation?
So this is a major issue. It's an ongoing issue. I think the first step is to work with the private sector, to work with our top AI companies. They're the closest to the data, they're the closest to the issue, and they're already taking the first big step, which is information sharing. That's really critical because it's very difficult for a single company or a single lab to identify some of these patterns. The next step could possibly be support from the federal government in terms of facilitating this information sharing and spotting some of these bad actors.
Thank you for that. This is an important hearing. I yield back.